All right, so when you load the website, this is what you're going to come up to. Let's go through some of the tools. This tells you how many sections you have. So like right now there's 4 sections. And I clicked by accident, so you can see it leaves a little dot in all 4 of those quadrants. This is your undo button. So that just took away that little dot. This gives you radial symmetry. This gives you translational symmetry, which I'll show you the difference between those two. This tells you what tool you're on. This is your draw tool to do freeform lines. This will give you straight lines. This is your fill button, your background color to change your background, your color picker, your undo. This one will change the width of your line. So you can see here, brush thickness. As I move it back down, brush thickness decreases. This is your color palette. This gives you the, changes the darkness. Go all the way to black. Of your colors to save and to start over. So as I mentioned, this gives you your number of sections. I would recommend keeping it on an even number, just because then if you want to alternate your pattern of colors as you go around when you're filling, you can do that, but it's up to you. Play around with different options. So I'm going to go with 8 sections. I'm going to stick with the rotate or radial symmetry. I've got it on the freeform, but I want to change my background color from this blue. I'm going to change the background color to white. So I'm just going to move my color selector right in the center, and I'm going to click this background color, and it changes it to white. Now I'm going to move this all the way over to black. I'm on my draw tool. I want to make sure that I have I'm going to go to like a 10-point line, and then I can draw, and you can see that it goes in one direction like that, and I create my pattern, and it is rotational all the way around. And then I can go and keep adding my pattern design. You can change your line thickness. Maybe I want lines a little bit thicker. I'm going to go to a 5. You'll see that line is about half the thickness. And I'm just creating design. You see here, there's a little bit of space between this. If you don't close that space, you will not be able to fill in. It'll go through all your different colors. So now I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to continue to create my design. Maybe we'll leave it there. But you'll see here, I have this area where I didn't fill it. This one doesn't attach, so I'm going to just adjust that. Just making sure that everything's filled in. Now I can go to my fill tool. I turn my colors back up, and then I'm going to select this purple color. I'm on the fill tool, and you can start going around and clicking and filling. It's not going to fill colors in each quadrant the exact same way. So you have to kind of be able to see and identify what shape you're doing. And so I've got this little shape that kind of like points to that direction. And this one, so like right here, I'm clicking this. Nothing is happening. Nothing looks like it's happening, but there is color being filled in there. And how I know that is when I go to do the save and share. It's going to render it. There's not a lot for it to render right now. But remember, this one is this space, and it looks like it's not filled, but it is. So it doesn't show it on here, but it is going to show it when you save it. So like this space right here, that I want to try to fill, which I don't know if I can actually reach that. So you kind of have to keep in mind where things are going to be, and if you go too far out, what you're actually going to be able to see. So I'm just going to keep that in mind. Like it doesn't let you go smaller or pull it down. So yeah, so that doesn't really help, but it's just something to kind of keep in mind. So from here, I'm just going to go in and use my color picker to choose my colors and fill in all the different sections with different patterns of color. Once you have everything filled in the way you like it, check to make sure it's what you want. And then from there, so now I've got my basic design. Now maybe I want to go and fill in with some pattern. So I'm going to no, I'm going to go a little bit bigger, maybe like a 15. And go back on this dot, and I'm just going to start adding some dots into my pattern. So I'm going to do kind of evenly space them. So you can add the dots for your pattern. You can also add lines, change the line width, and then once you're done, when you're finished, you're going to click Save and Share for your final time. Okay, and it's going to show you your final design. This hasn't saved anywhere yet, so you need to click this link, and that link will download it to your computer. And that is what you are going to save to the form. Okay, so that is, I'm not sure why it's not showing in black there, but that's our final design. So some of your other options, if you want to start over, you're going to click New Session. Okay, resets you back to your basic color here. I want to show you with this one, which is the Mirror and Translate. I'm going to go to 10, put this on Mirror and Translate, go to my black line, go to line 5, and create a new design. When creating your design, you might want to try to keep it within the window. So as I come up here, I'm just going to do from the top, so that way it stays within the window frame. Then I'm going to go plop in all my colors and get things where I like it. You can also add some dots and center your dots and things like that and create your design. All right, so I kind of like this design. I'm going to go ahead and click Save and Share so I can see what it looks like. Goes to downloading. Shows me my full thing. This is what I want. I'm going to click this, download it down here. I'm going to open it, and you see you have your full thing. And this is what you will go ahead and upload to the form. All right, so I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. And let me know if you have any questions.